It's June 14th and we just closed on our property. We are incredibly excited. We've been hinting at this for about a month. It's been about 6 weeks from start to finish from when we first came out, looked at the property, put an offer in, and today we signed the papers. Pretty excited. We have almost 10 acres. It's 9.44 acres. As you can see, it's very overgrown. That is our drive. Try not to go too fast. There's the house. It needs some work. We're going to work on the outside first, then head inside, do the repairs. Probably going to take us anywhere from 6 months, maybe a year. But we're excited. We're really excited about with this property is it is hooked up to city water. So we're not off grid, but that is a well. Needs some work. You can look down there and there is water. I'm not going to walk too far out because everything is overgrown. We know we were out here Mother's Day and there's some big ant hills that we need to take care of. We're going to have most of the mechanical parts for the well replaced. We want to build a well house here. But we will have well water. This will eventually be where the greenhouses, hoop houses are, and our garden. And we'll be able to irrigate those with our well water. A lot of overgrown just brush. Tomorrow Scott and I are going to come back out here and get to work on. I'll be mowing, we'll be clearing away. There's a lot of trash. Nobody's lived in the house for a while, so it definitely needs just some basic care done to it. Eventually we'll get some solar panels out here and make it a little more self-sufficient than it is right now. Further back beyond that chain link fence, there's some kind of like animal pen coop. Once we're able to get to it safely, we'll go out there and get some clips of that area. The previous owners did have the roof replaced. It was totally, for the most part, just not even a roof.
One of the first things we got to do out here is replace the hot water heater. I got into it, and it actually has the neutral wire is fried inside of the hot water heater, so that's why it's not coming on. It keeps tripping the breaker. It's also rusted out at the bottom. It should have been put on a stand for one. This is in this garage. It's more like a shop than a garage. We already got our new hot water heater. We got a 50-gallon. It's electric. I wish we had gas out here, but that would require a propane tank. And I'm not ready to put that in right now, so we're just going to go with the electric that's at the house. The raccoons got in, I guess, at some time, before we got the house and while it was empty, into the crawl space underneath. And there's raccoon poop down there, and there's raccoon poop in the attic. They broke in through a gable, a gable vent on the roof. So we got the raccoon people coming out tomorrow. They're going to actually vacuum out the entire attic, and they're going to go into the crawl space and clean out anything there. They're going to sanitize and disinfect, and then they're going to re-insulate the attic. And it has rigid duct up there, which I'm real happy with. And they're going to rewrap the rigid duct with insulation as well. You can kind of see up there, let me reach up, that's the roof. That's a new roof. The seller had to put a new roof on it because it was an old roof with three overlays. So they came out over the weekend, stripped the old roof off and put a new one on. We picked the color black, and we ended up getting a 30-year roof out of the deal, so that's really good. These trees are overgrown, and they've grown like onto this huge outdoor cover, I guess, auto cover, whatever you can say. And the raccoons are crawling up there and getting on the roof. And then you can see up there, you won't be able to see it on video, but up there in the eave where the gable is, they broke into the attic and got in there. So I got to fix that as well. That's what's going to happen over the next 3 days is the hot water heater. That gable's going to be fixed. And we're going to start cutting these trees out. Same problem we have here is the raccoons. It's just a highway for them. Squirrels too. I mean, they can just walk right into the house, Just in the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks that we were out here, it's crazy. I mean, this stuff's 3 feet high now. And when we came out here 3 weeks ago, we could walk through here with minimal effort. I mean, it's just crazy. So we got a lot of work to do. We're not really sure what to do. We're hoping maybe some company will take some sympathy on us and get us one of those like brush hogs, those walk behind brush hog things that we can run through here with, because I'm at this point, I don't know what to do. I mean, my goodness, look at this. So there I am. They're as tall as me. And 3 weeks ago we were walking through this, so I'm kind of at a loss right now, guys, on this. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what it's for, but we're thinking about trying to utilize it for something in the future. But yeah, I don't know what it's for. But as you can see, I'm gonna try to lift the camera up. See that tree in front of us? That's our property. And then over there, you can kind of see a building way in the distance. And then kind of 2 trees in front of that. That's our property line. And this 6 foot brush stuff is all the way over there. That's about 200 yards over there to our property line. So I'm a little overwhelmed with this part of it right now. All right, guys, this is Scott with Days Well Spent. So another part of this video is we borrowed a friend's trailer. He actually is my employer as well, and I want to thank Bob Cothy for this. He's such a great person, and his wife and family, they live their beliefs, and they just want to help people. And so they loaned us this trailer. I'm really grateful. He's just a true friend, and he's been for many years. So we got this loaded up because we got a 3-hour drive to get to the property. And this is just stuff really to start working on the house. I'm going to say, unfortunately, the lawnmower that we bought for this purpose about 3 years ago was actually for like a 3-acre plot. That's what we'd planned on buying. But then we found the 9.4 acres, 9.5 acres, and it's not going to really cut it. So we're going to take it out there anyway, because we can at least mow around by the house and everything. And then we're going to have to figure out something else. Like I said, we're going to need a brush cutter or something initially to get stuff mowed down out there. But anyway, we're getting ready to leave and head out there, and we'll get more video once we get there, maybe on the way too. So yesterday was our first day really out here after closing, and Margaret put some still shots up on on Facebook and stuff of the way this place had overgrown. It was just the weeds were 6 feet tall. It was unbelievable. So we didn't know what to do, honestly. I mean, we've just got out here. The entire property was just overgrown, and you can kind of see further out there where it hasn't been cut yet how overgrown it is out there. Cactuses all over the place, and I was just overwhelmed. I said, I don't know what to do. So we're standing out here, and I get on the riding lawnmower, and I said, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to mow the driveway area, an easement off that, and mow up by the road, at least make that presentable. So I'm out there mowing, and I get done. I get the mower almost back to the house, and a truck pulls up in the driveway with a trailer. And the guy's name's Mike. We've actually become pretty good friends. It's interesting, man, the way God just brought us together. And he says, you're not going to try to mow all that acreage with that Ryan lawnmower, are you? And not that one there, but our Craftsman. And I said, no, that's impossible. So he said, well, I tell you what, my kids are out of school. They're looking for work. I've got a tractor. Give me $500 and I'll mow the entire property. And my mouth just dropped. And Margaret said, do it. 9.5 acres for $500. So he said, yeah, we'll probably be back out here tonight. So I said, okay, that's great. I had to take Margaret back to Fort Worth because she had to go to work today. And I get back here this morning, and over half the property was mowed. It's just phenomenal. He had some other stuff that he had to do, so he left the tractor here. He brought a zero-turn mower too, because he said, I'm going to use that up around your house. And he's going to bring back some sort of a brush deal because it's having a problem with these cactuses. It's just, you'll hear it when it hits the cactuses, you know, it'll bog it down real bad. So he's going to bring something back to dig the cactuses out. So it's unbelievable. I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, okay, this is manageable. This group here is the raccoon crew. I found out that the house has been abandoned for 6 years. The couple that lived here went into nursing home facility, and just abandoned the house for the most part, and just had people come out and mow. So I'm really impressed with the condition the house is in, being here for 6 years without anybody living in it. Mike, the guy that I met, he wanted to buy it, but we actually ended up buying it out from under him. He had put an offer on the house, but it was too late. We got it before him because he wanted the property so bad. But one of the problems was it had raccoons broke in during that time, and they nested up in the attic and under the crawl space. And let me tell you, it was bad. And these poor guys have been up in the attic now, sucking out raccoon poop, going on 2 days. And it's just phenomenal, the amount that's up there. It's so old, they had to take a scraper up into the attic and scrape it. And it is a company, you know, that does this for a living out here. You know, that's what they do. And then they're going to sanitize it, disinfect it. The raccoons ate all the insulation up there, made nests. There's rigid ductwork up there, and they tore the insulation off the ductwork. So this company's going to re-insulate and re-insulate the ducts as well. So we're basically having a whole new attic after this is done. You can kind of see going through it, every once in a while it's going to get loud. You'll see chunks of things going through there, and they're still getting raccoon poop out of that attic. It's absolutely insane.